Alright, we're back some more UnleashBlading, and last night we got the information for a brand new Kimono ALO Sinon. And it's actually surprising that it's not a swimsuit, but I still have hopes that we're probably going to get a swimsuit here and there, because we did get the Yuki swimsuit as a ticket character. I doubt they would just release her as a swimsuit. So I don't know if they're going to switch it up this year, or they're just going to be like giving us at least one or two. But we'll see in the future. But first things first, let's break down the Sinon to see if you should be summoning for this banner, or if you should be waiting and skipping and seeing if there's a better banner. So she is limited edition right away, which I always say people should try to at least go a few multis in for limited editions, because these characters are actually better than non-limited characters. But the issue with these is that they never really come back, and if they do, they come back on reissue banners, which I summoned for Halloween Yu-Gi-Oh back in a few months ago, and that banner was just trash, man. Like, you're not guaranteed nothing. Everything has the same rates, so the chance of you actually pulling what you want is very low. So it's always better just try your luck and see if you can actually get the limited edition character on the their initial banner. So right off the bat, she's starting off pretty good. Alright, so she's non-elemental though. That's an issue, because it's harder to rate these non-element characters, because they don't really have a good advantage against any elements, right? They're like type neutral. They do neutral damage unless they're critting. So unless she has like built-in crits or her stats is pretty good, it's gonna be very difficult for her. So let's start with her stats. Alright, so HP is average, MP is whatever. Defense is pretty average. Ooh, look at that magic attack though, 2540. That's actually pretty good for an enhanced mode character. Alright, her attack is actually not that low as well, it's almost 2000. Speed is pretty low, but oh, look at that crit though, for a non-element character. That crit is actually very good, because like I said, for these characters, for the non-elements, critting is very important, and most of the time they shaft these characters with like very low crit stats. But she has very good, with a good magic attack. Enhanced mode, yeah, she's gonna be doing damage. Alright, let's see what they actually did with her build, because if they gave her these crazy stats, I doubt they actually did anything crazy down here. So enhanced mode, we gotta go down here, because you're most of the time you're gonna be using these enhanced versions. So alright, so her break is a magic attack, extra strong on a single enemy, raises own magic attack by 7 for 2 turns, breaks by 60. Okay. Assault is extra strong magic attack on a single enemy, raises own magic attack by 7 for 2 turns. And then her incarnate is under the streaming fireworks, Clematis, however you say it. Incarnate magic attack on a single enemy. When in enhanced mode, damage increases by 15% when your magic attack buff is 15 or more, and an additional 15% when the buff is 30% more. Oh, hold on, wait. So you're telling me 2540, 678 crits. She's self-buffing magic attack every single attack, and she does what, 30% additional damage when your crit is above 15%. Alright, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be very good. Imaginarium increased by 3% for an unlimited amount for the entire match. Increased critical damage by 15% at the start of battle. Effects active only when non-limited. Yeah, he's disgusting. He's gonna be putting up some nasty numbers. The thing is, she doesn't give criticals to herself. So like I said, if she's not critting, she's not doing damage in reality. Special partner is Leafa, 25% at the start of incarnate, and of course she has break stacks and incarnate combo. Leafa though, I don't even think there's any Leafas on the non-elements theme. Let's actually go check. But like, yeah, right off the bat, like, her kit's actually very good. Very, very good. Alright, so over here, let's click. Alright, so these are currently all the non-elemental characters in the game, I think. I'm pretty sure I got all the characters right now. Alright, so we look here. Yeah, there's only one Lifa on this team. Now, I know what you guys are saying. This is technically she's not Lifa, right? Her name is Suguha. But they consider her Lifa. So they want you to run her with this Lifa or Suguha. She does have her EX recently, but she's not that great though. Like, if you look at her kit, deals that damage when uninflicted, continues damage to enemies, lowers magic attack, could be pretty good there, I guess. Deals more damage with continuous damage to enemies, and inflicts non-elemental. I guess she could just be good for like inflicting continuous damage and then just like shooting out into like the reserves. But with her incarnate combo and break stack still. But yeah, like that's the only Leaf on the team. And like I'm telling you, they consider Leaf for some reason. Like if we go over here, right, we filter it by Leafas, she shows up. So she's considered Leafa. Yeah, that, I mean, seeing that they want you to run her with this Suguha, and that probably not everyone's gonna have this Suguha, she's gonna be dead weight because there's no one else on this team that actually has active links with Sinon. So you're not gonna be doing active links unless you don't have the Suguha. It leads me to believe that the next character is gonna be most likely Lifa, and she's gonna be like a sort of crit support on this team. Because right now the best crit supports, actually the only crit supports on this team that they have is the administrator. This administrator is a crit support. She's actually a pretty good support. She gives crits on her charge, attack on her assault, and then she heals as well. She's a very good support. This Alice over here is a crit buffer support. She gets crits on her incarnate and on her enhanced skill over here. But honestly, I don't know about running that Alice anymore. Like, she's not that great. And then the best support, or I would have to say, is Renly. Like, Renly's gonna be probably the best friend of every character on this team, because if we go over here, she actually does what the second anniversary Yuzio does, and he actually gives attack and crits on his assault for all allies. So this is probably like the best character because he also has break that gives RF. He has charge, so he's very versatile, and he does more damage depending on his attack buff, which is self-giving himself. But yeah, like that's what's holding back that Sinon. Like, she's crazy if you have her in certain situations, right? Like if you have the Suguha, you're gonna be crazy. You're gonna be doing like all that damage on her incarnate, plus you're gonna have like the 2 active link attacks you can do. And then if you have like Renly or Administrator, you're gonna be basically raising the chances of doing more damage on her crits. Yeah, she's great. She's great. Honestly, like, if I have to say, I haven't said this for like a lot of characters, she's like almost a must summon. Because I don't know why I went back, but she's probably like the best damage dealing character on this team, honestly. Like, besides Hero Yuki, who can do crazy amounts of damage, I don't really see anyone else doing that amount of damage. Like, I mean, I guess you can put an argument for like in Tokyo with his counters, because when he gets his counters going, he's doing damage. That boy can do some nasty damage. But everyone else here is just like very iffy. Iskon can do good damage with his continuous damage, right? He introduced like the super strong continuous damage. But I rarely see anyone using Iskon if you're not using Shada, honestly. And then of course, like, the New Year's don't really do that damage. Yeah, like, this is what this team needed, a good damage dealing character. Now what they need is a better support, because Renly's good and all, but I don't know if a lot of people actually have Renly or Administrator, with like the amount of characters that are in the game and stuff like that. Luckily for a lot of you, actually, if we go back into like the news, if you do summon on this banner, there will be other featured characters, and he has EX. I've been meaning to use him. He has EX skills, so it might be pretty good. But Sugaha is gonna be on his banner feature, so that's like one plus. Like if you do pull the Sinon, you might be able to pull Sugaha as well, and then be able to activate her active link. And Renly is actually featured as well. So like the main keys that make her really good are gonna be featured on this banner. Iskon's as well. Like we mentioned that he's pretty good, and Shada. So yeah, like everything I mentioned here, like that would make this team a lot better, is featured on this team. I mean, on this banner. It's like what they really rely on is a good crit support. That's like if you're not running crit support on that team is gonna flop. That team is not gonna do nothing. So yeah, like it's very RNG based right now. Honestly, like if you put out a good support with like a version of Lifa that can work very well with this Sinon, the non-elemental team will be sitting very well. But let me know down below what you guys think about the Sinon and whether you will be summoning or not. Honestly, I give the thumbs up. Go ahead, throw a couple summons on the banner. Maybe like 3. Try to do like the first 2 discounted multis and stuff like that. Try to go maybe up to 5 if you really want this Sinon. But again, we're probably gonna get a second character. It's gonna be like a Lifa. That's gonna work very well with this Sinon, and overall, it's gonna work very well with the non-elemental team. So keep that in mind when you're going after the Sinon if you do summon. Other than that, hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know down below your thoughts about the Sinon, about like the current situation with this team and what they actually need. And it's gonna be pretty interesting when they come out. So when this video comes out, Sinon should be coming out in a few hours. So I'll definitely be summoning for Sinon, so stay tuned for those summons. I mean, we're pretty stocked up right now, over 5,000 cubes. Hopefully we don't need to use that many, but she is limited edition, which means we need 4. She will be coming out with a new event. Should be a ranking event. I don't know if it's up here yet. Yeah, it's right here. It's gonna be a stage ranking event, and you can actually get her Imaginarium from here as well. And yeah, like this, she would have been very useful. Like she's good, but she would have been very useful if she could actually give crit buffs to the team, not just herself. That's the issue with this Yuki. Well, that's gonna be the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Even if you did, make sure to go on there, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Stay tuned for the summons when her banner comes out in a few hours. We'll definitely be summoning for her until we max her out. Hopefully we don't get shafted, but it's limited edition. Who knows? Anything can happen at that point. Stay tuned for that. Let me know down below your thoughts, like I said, about the Sinon. I think she's great. She's definitely what like this team needed, a damage dealing character. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Catch you guys in the summons, and I'll see you next time.